In our ever-accelerating world, the lessons a cup of coffee offers seem more relevant than ever. With the relentless demands of modern life, people are increasingly disconnected from themselves and the world around them. Anxiety and burnout have become pervasive, making it all the more critical to rediscover the art of slowing down and finding meaning in the ordinary. From a Buddhist perspective, this disconnection is a result of attachment, aversion, and ignorance, the three poisons that cloud our ability to see things clearly. Our attachment to productivity, for example, leads us to view rest or simple joys as unproductive. This mindset is antithetical to the lessons of the coffee cup, which reminds us to savor life in its natural flow. The symbolism of brewing, trust in the process. The act of brewing coffee offers another valuable analogy: trust in the process. Life, like coffee, requires time, balance, and a touch of faith. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, the brewing process invites us to pause, reflect, and trust that good things take time. For example, when faced with career or personal setbacks, people often feel frustrated or discouraged by the lack of immediate results. But just as coffee grounds must steep to extract their full flavor, our efforts often need time to yield meaningful outcomes. This lesson aligns with the Buddhist teaching of right effort, working diligently but with patience and acceptance of life's natural rhythms. The coffee bean's journey, gratitude in every step. Another profound lesson lies in tracing the journey of a coffee bean from farm to cup. This journey mirrors the interdependence and collective effort of countless beings, a principle that Buddhism celebrates as pratitya or dependent origination. Imagine the farmers who cultivate coffee plants, the workers who process the beans, the traders who transport them, and the barista who prepares the final brew. Each role, no matter how small, contributes to the final experience. Recognizing this interconnected effort fosters gratitude not only for the coffee itself, but also for the unseen labor that enriches our daily lives. By embracing this gratitude, we also cultivate compassion, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice. Realizing that our comfort is built on the hard work of others inspires a sense of responsibility and kindness, motivating us to contribute meaningfully to the well-being of others. The ritual of coffee, a modern meditation. Drinking coffee can become a ritual of mindfulness, especially in today's hectic world. Many spiritual traditions, including Buddhism, emphasize the importance of daily rituals in anchoring the mind and fostering inner peace. Consider transforming your morning coffee routine into a moment of meditation. Focus on the sound of water boiling, the aroma of freshly ground beans, and the warmth of the cup in your hands. These small, deliberate actions can become sacred moments of stillness amidst the chaos, reminding you that peace is not something you find externally, but something you cultivate within. Overcoming the pursuit of perfection. One of the hidden lessons in a cup of coffee is the acceptance of imperfection. Not every cup will be perfectly brewed. Some may be too strong, others too weak. Yet each cup offers an opportunity to practice acceptance and gratitude. Buddhism teaches that our fixation on perfection is a source of unnecessary suffering. Life, like coffee, is inherently imperfect, and its beauty lies in that imperfection. When we release ourselves from the need for perfection, we open the door to genuine joy and contentment. For example, imagine accidentally spilling coffee on your desk. While it's easy to react with frustration, a mindful perspective allows you to see it as a minor mishap rather than a catastrophe. This practice of reframing challenges cultivates equanimity, a state of mental calm and balance that Buddhist teachings highly value. The sweetness of simplicity. In Buddhist philosophy, the idea of simplicity, living with fewer desires and appreciating what one has, is a gateway to happiness. A cup of coffee embodies this principle. It doesn't require extravagant ingredients or elaborate preparation to bring comfort and joy. Its simplicity is its charm. In a world that glorifies complexity and excess, coffee reminds us to return to the basics. By stripping away the unnecessary, we gain clarity and find deeper satisfaction in what remains. This simplicity aligns with the Buddhist teaching of santuthi, contentment, encouraging us to shift our focus from external abundance to internal sufficiency. Coffee as a mirror to the self. Finally, a cup of coffee serves as a mirror reflecting the state of our own mind. Are we drinking it hurriedly, distracted by our thoughts, or fully immersed in its flavor and warmth? This reflection can be a powerful tool for self-awareness. Buddhism emphasizes that self-awareness is the first step toward transformation. By observing how we approach even the smallest tasks, such as drinking coffee, we can gain insight into our broader patterns of thought and behavior. For instance, if you notice that you're rushing through your coffee, it might indicate a larger tendency to rush through life, missing out on meaningful experiences. Conversely, if you find joy and peace in the ritual of coffee, it suggests a capacity for mindfulness that can be extended to other areas of your life. 1. The aroma of coffee, awakening the senses and wisdom. The rich aroma of coffee has the power to awaken our minds, much like a gentle sutra that stirs us from ignorance. In Buddhist teachings, the senses are often seen as sources of attachment and suffering if left unchecked. Yet, when used mindfully, they can become bridges to enlightenment. For instance, holding a cup of coffee and inhaling its invigorating scent while being fully present can bring peace and clarity. This act teaches us to engage our senses with awareness, grounding ourselves in the here and now rather than letting them pull us toward unnecessary cravings or distractions. 2. Cooling coffee, a lesson in impermanence. A hot cup of coffee inevitably cools down over time, reminding us of impermanence, a core principle in Buddhist philosophy. Impermanence teaches us that everything in life is transient. Nothing lasts forever. Consider the fleeting nature of a hot coffee's warmth. If left untouched for too long, it loses its vibrancy and flavor. Similarly, opportunities and moments in life slip away if we fail to cherish them in time. Buddhist teachings emphasize that recognizing and accepting impermanence enables us to live fully without clinging to what is bound to change. 3. Harmony of ingredients. Interdependence in existence. A great cup of coffee is the result of a harmonious blend of ingredients: coffee grounds, water, temperature, and even the cup itself. This beautifully mirrors the Buddhist concept of interdependence. Everything exists in relation to everything else. Take, for example, a single coffee bean. Its journey involves sunlight, rain, soil, the effort of farmers, and the hands of those who process it. When we appreciate this interconnectedness, we develop gratitude not only for our coffee, but for life itself. This lesson encourages humility and a deeper understanding of the world's intricate web of interdependence. 4. The strength of flavor, letting go of expectations. Coffee can sometimes be stronger or weaker than expected. This variance reminds us of the Buddhist teaching on relinquishing attachment to expectations and embracing things as they are. For instance, if your coffee tastes more bitter than you prefer, instead of complaining or feeling dissatisfied, you might take a moment to savor its uniqueness. This act reflects the practice of letting go of rigid preferences and accepting life's imperfections with an open heart. Buddhism emphasizes that suffering often arises from unfulfilled desires or unmet expectations. By learning to let go, we free ourselves from unnecessary frustration and discover joy in the unexpected. 5. The bittersweet taste, the duality of life. Coffee is a blend of bitter and sweet flavors, much like life itself, which comprises joy and sorrow. Buddhism teaches that happiness does not stem from the absence of suffering but from the ability to embrace and transcend it. Imagine someone facing setbacks at work or heartbreak in personal relationships. The bitterness of these experiences might feel overwhelming. Yet, as they overcome these challenges, their sense of accomplishment and inner strength grows. Similarly, the sweetness in coffee becomes more pronounced when juxtaposed with its initial bitterness. This duality reminds us that life's difficulties are not obstacles but opportunities for growth and resilience, much like how a bitter brew enhances the pleasure of a lingering sweetness. 6. The art of savoring coffee. Mindfulness in every moment. Drinking coffee with mindfulness, focusing entirely on its warmth, aroma, and taste, teaches us the value of living fully in the present moment. In Buddhism, this practice is known as sati or mindfulness, the foundation of a fulfilling life. For example, instead of sipping coffee distractedly while scrolling through your phone or stressing about tasks ahead, imagine dedicating a few minutes solely to the act of drinking. Noticing the steam rising, the warmth in your hands, and the layers of flavor becomes a meditative experience that calms the mind and enriches the soul. Mindfulness transforms even mundane routines into moments of profound connection, reminding us that happiness resides not in grand achievements, but in the depth of everyday experiences. Broadening the discussion, finding happiness in simplicity. Buddhist teachings consistently emphasize that true happiness does not arise from material possessions or grand accomplishments, but from cultivating contentment and gratitude for the present moment. A morning cup of coffee, simple and unassuming, can become the catalyst for a day filled with inspiration if approached with mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, people often chase wealth, fame, or success, believing these external achievements will bring lasting joy. Yet, many find themselves overwhelmed and unfulfilled. In contrast, those who pause to appreciate a steaming cup of coffee, a conversation with a loved one, or the beauty of nature often experience a deeper, more sustainable form of happiness. This reflects the Buddhist principle of santiti, contentment with little. By simplifying our desires and focusing on what we have rather than what we lack, we shift our perspective from scarcity to abundance. The contrast of modern life and Buddhist wisdom. In the hustle of modern life, we are frequently encouraged to move faster, accomplish more, and consume endlessly. Yet, the quiet act of making and drinking coffee stands in stark contrast to this mentality. For instance, brewing coffee takes time, grinding the beans, boiling water, and patiently waiting for it to drip. This process, when performed mindfully, becomes an act of meditation. It teaches us that slowing down and engaging fully with the present not only reduces stress, but also brings a sense of purpose and fulfillment. Buddhist wisdom reminds us that life is not a race but a journey. The value lies not in how quickly we achieve our goals, but in how deeply we experience each step along the way. Practical applications, bringing Buddhist lessons to daily life. The lessons from a cup of coffee are not just theoretical musings, they offer practical tools for navigating life's challenges. Patience. Just as we wait for coffee to brew, we learn to wait for life's rewards, trusting in the natural flow of cause and effect. Mindfulness. Focusing entirely on the coffee in hand teaches us to be present, whether we're working, eating, or spending time with loved ones. Gratitude. Acknowledging the journey of a single coffee bean fosters a habit of appreciating the efforts and contributions of others in every aspect of our lives. Resilience. Embracing the bitter notes in coffee mirrors our capacity to face adversity with grace, knowing sweetness often follows. discovering life's wisdom in a simple cup of coffee. In the hustle and bustle of daily life, the act of sipping a morning cup of coffee often feels like a fleeting ritual, quickly consumed in the race against time. Yet, hidden within this simple practice lies profound wisdom that can transform the way we perceive the world. A cup of coffee, when approached with mindfulness, becomes more than a beverage. It becomes a teacher, a mirror, and a guide to navigating the complexities of life. The rich aroma that greets us as we pour the coffee invites us to awaken our senses, reminding us of the beauty in the present moment. The warmth in our hands reflects the comfort of small joys, while the bittersweet taste serves as a gentle metaphor for life's duality, its challenges and rewards. The brewing process itself, requiring patience and balance, mirrors the importance of trusting life's rhythms and embracing the journey rather than fixating solely on outcomes. Drawing from Buddhist philosophy, this exploration reveals how even the simplest aspects of daily life can offer lessons in impermanence, gratitude, and mindfulness. Each cup of coffee is a reminder of interconnectedness: the farmers who grow the beans, the water and sunlight that nourish them, and the hands that prepare the final brew. This interdependence encourages us to approach life with humility and appreciation, fostering a deeper connection to ourselves and the world around us. In a society often consumed by haste and material pursuits, the coffee cup becomes a quiet rebellion, urging us to slow down and savor. It reminds us that happiness isn't found in extravagance, but in the art of being present and content with life's simple pleasures. Through this lens, a seemingly ordinary cup of coffee transforms into an extraordinary experience, a gateway to mindfulness, resilience, and inner peace. Join us as we delve into the profound lessons that this humble brew holds, uncovering the secrets to a life lived with balance, gratitude, and purpose.